And we're back. We're back. Joining us, the people live.
Yes.
We're
Live on
Once
Facebook,
again.
I believe, right?
Yes.
And we
My
were touching
Facebook
the
following.
topic. We were touching the topic about how Facebook. No, not Facebook. I'm sorry, Facebook. I'm
We
sorry.
love you.
But technology
In general,
does
yeah.
the job for you now.
Yeah.
It does many things for you. As Ebony was mentioning, Tesla driving you around without
Yes.
you doing absolutely
Yes.
nothing.
Yes.
It's almost
It's
there.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Autonomous driving is still not there yet, but
No.
it's almost
No.
there. And
Those
Waymo
Waymo
does
cars.
do
Yes.
autonomous driving.
Yes, of
And
course.
we have AI where, let's be honest, the fact of the matter is it does everything for you. If you need a cover letter, it will do the cover letter for you. If you need to do a research, it will do a research like that. Is it 100% accurate? Probably
No.
not.
No.
But it's doing it. It's doing it for you.
Yes. So yeah, of course, as technology has advanced, we've seen technology increase, right? And things have changed. How we used to do things back then when we were little, we don't see it in these children, right? In this time, in this era. So we're going to be, addressing that in terms of how technology has changed the society we live in, especially you that you're working with the youth.
Yeah.
Me and my background of working as in criminal justice, I've seen, the major impacts of why has, people have made bad choices or, in their lives.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the fact of the matter is, like we were saying a few minutes ago, kids now these days see different role models than we do.
Yes.
Okay. Us in the past, not that long ago, may I add, is we viewed different people as role models. We viewed pops, mama, aunt, grandma, grandpa. They were our role models. They were
Right.
the ones we wanted to be like them. You get me? But now, as society advances, as society has technology, social media, it's changed to the point where the role models are famous people. The role models are the people that we see on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook. And like I said before, they're not perfect. You get me? They're not perfect. But kids learn that life is perfect. And when they crash into reality, that is when things go down. So, to get to the point, guys, the question is, has technology benefited us or has it hindered us?
Oh, man.
Has it made us better
Yeah.
That's a really good question
or
to analyze.
has it made
to be
us
honest.
worse? I don't know. Ladies, take it away.
Oh, man. And let me just throw this out there because I know, everyone is not going to agree
yeah.
with our perspectives.
Or opinion.
And that's okay because we're speaking from a different lens of, once being in high school, like 10, 12 years ago. And some of our viewers, that was maybe 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's fine. We're all going to have our different views and it's okay for us to have those different views. But I just want to put out there, be respectful. Just because I am a younger adult, I can still speak on something and
Based
have
on
my
what you have
viewpoint.
seen, yes.
Okay. So for me, being in high school like 9, 10 years ago, to me, our technology, some of it's good and some of it is bad. I will say I have a Tesla, and when I summon my car, sometimes, hey, look, I don't feel like going outside, pulling my car up.
Yeah.
Tesla, go ahead, summon that thing for me.
Yeah.
Bring it over here because I'm tired.
Yeah.
But then you see chat GPT
Ow.
and our students
Yeah.
using that, and they don't really have to learn what we are teaching them.
Right.
And it's
Yes.
sad because, when they get ready to hit the workforce, they don't have the skills that they need.
No.
So I
they
can
don't.
see good parts of it and bad parts of it. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I see it as both, a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword because
Mm-hmm.
the fact of the matter is, for example, education-wise, and you know this, Ebony, when we're looking at kids doing their essays,
Mm-hmm.
kids learning subjects,
Yeah.
well, at least for me, I had to get into the textbook. I had to study to learn what I
Mm-hmm.
needed to get down.
Mm-hmm.
But kids today, they got Chat GBT
Mm-hmm.
doing it for them.
Yeah.
You get me? They just put the question out there and Chat GBT will take care of the rest.
People don't do the research, the information research to look for sources, right?
Mhm.
Back then, sources was a thing, right?
Yeah.
With APA, MLA, all those things that you have to do for academic writing, that's going to prepare you to the real academic world. But because of technology advancement, we have seen that change even in work positions, right? Now things have changed where they're replacing workers,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah.
Where
Someone
they're
was
just
telling me about that. What was I doing? Oh, I was getting my lashes done, and I think my lash tech said, I think it was over in like Japan or maybe Korea, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
They have a robot that will do your lashes. That's
Oh my God,
insane.
That's insane.
That's insane. So
Well,
you
yeah,
think
you have-
I'm gonna
you go to
sit there and
QT,
close my eyes and let you put something
you go
on my
to
face?
QT, and then you see these
The
little
little robots cleaning.
cleaning.
Yeah, that's so. That's like for me, that
Yeah.
was dope. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cute.
That's cool.
But it's so scary too,
Yeah, it is. It is.
because it runs into you. I've had it run into me, and I'm like, excuse me, and of course I can't say anything.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, it's kind of like scary to see that.
We live in a robotic world,
Yes.
I think, where
Yeah.
in this environment where and that's where going back to that, you know, where back then, yeah, when we were going to school, things weren't how they are today, you know,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
back then maybe a calculator was passable, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
beyond here over there is like things have changed, and we're going back to children, right? Like working in criminal justice, in the field of criminal justice, I've seen that.
Yeah,
You know,
you see it firsthand too.
yes. So I think it's because young parents,
Uh huh.
we're talking about parents, preteens, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
even young parents, right? Like
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
that maybe grew up in an environment with trauma, emotional abuse,
Yeah.
sexual abuse,
Yeah.
right? All that in going in that dysfunctional family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it all that has to do, right, with when it comes to this generation, right, where
Yeah.
technology comes into play, and then you just, I don't know. I think all those things when it comes to teaching your children with technology, you know, and showing them how life works, I don't think they understand that concept. You know what I mean?
I think they are exposed to more than what we were, because I have 3 kids, 6, 5, and 3.
Right.
And they are exposed to so much at such a young
they have
age.
access to everything.
Yes, and
Where-
it's scary.
Where now back then, right? We're talking about little things like
Yeah.
porn,
Yeah.
right? That's like easy access now.
Yeah.
An 8-year-old can find that.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Like everything is there.
You have to
You know what I mean?
monitor. Yeah.
So all those things, I think that nowadays have to do with how parents discipline their children.
Oh,
how
yeah, definitely.
how young parent, again, I go back to that trauma, how parents were taught. If they were like, we had
Yeah.
parents, like my parents are baby boomers. I'm sure your mom's a baby
Oh yeah,
boomer, right?
my
So
parents
it just has
were
to do
strict, honey.
Yeah, right,
You
Victor?
better bring
Yeah.
in nothing but straight A's.
Yeah.
You get a B. You're in your room.
Chancla voladora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it all has to do with that. I mean, I don't know what you guys think.
No,
Yeah.
for me, it's like I told you before. When the DSi came out, the PSP, I wanted it.
DSI. Wow, you are really
Yeah.
dating
Yeah.
yourself, because
Yes.
I've never heard of DSI.
Yes, it was a thing in the past, people.
I remember
Okay,
that. That's crazy.
I like DSI.
and
Never heard of
and
it.
I wanted
Xbox.
it,
I know Xbox.
and my father said no. because technology was going to hinder my learning in his point of view.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah.
I'm thankful for it. And I'm thankful for it because he told me, you're going to thank me for it. And I really do, because it helped me see the world in such a different way. It helped me see everything in such a different perspective now.
Because you were present.
And
Right.
You were present.
yes, now I feel like parents don't want to deal with nothing. Okay?
Well, yeah.
This generation has been so different in the sense of, if the child is misbehaving, you know what? I'm going to make it simple. Here's the phone. Here you go.
Ooh,
Just
yeah.
quiet. Just stay quiet.
I'm guilty of
Well,
that.
You
no
get me?
disciplinary actions.
There
That's
is
really
no
what-
disciplinary action. Something that I did do, or that my mom did when I got that DSI, because I earned that.
Yeah.
But I had to earn it continuously. Just because they bought it didn't mean it was mine.
Oh, yep. Yep.
You
See,
get
that
me?
was an effort for it.
I had
Effort,
to earn it. And if I misbehave, honey, you ain't getting that DSI. You're getting the chancla.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
getting the chancla voladora. And you gotta deal with that. You get me? And if I was mad, I would be the one to flip. I will admit that.
Yeah.
I would be the one to flip. And my mom wouldn't care. She would just stay there looking at me. By the time I would calm down, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's education.
Yeah.
Guys, nothing comes easy. Nothing comes like that. But because this new generation doesn't want to deal with the behaviors, doesn't want to deal educating kiddos, just take it. Just take it. Or because we have other important stuff. Yes, we have important stuff to do. But there's nothing more important than your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
for sure.
also too, and this is from experience, being a young parent, single parent, you know, you
Yeah.
have to work, you come home, you're tired, you know, you don't have the energy to give to your kids. So here you go, tablet, TV, computer, you know, which I've been guilty of that, you know, especially.
Yeah, and I would say it's not necessarily a bad thing. And we're not saying
yeah.
ban it, right? And we're not saying
No,
you
no, no, no,
shouldn't,
no, 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 no,
you
no.
know, give those privileges. But it hasn't become a privilege. It has become like
Like
A
a
right.
pacifier. A pacifier.
Yeah.
Here, take this. Let me have 20 minutes.
yeah.
You know, then 20 becomes, oh, now it's time for bed. And you didn't spend any time with your child.
Yeah.
And kids now hold that technology as a right.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't think
That's
about that.
that had to be said, and it was said by me.
I
Okay.
didn't think about it that way.
But many kids, and this is me in elementary school, they know they can't have their phone. The moment, and my kiddos know, if y'all watching me, y'all know, and y'all could comment there. But the moment I see that phone, that phone is mine. No, but it's mine. No. When we're in school, there's no phones.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if I see that phone,
Mm-hmm.
it is mine.
Yeah.
You get me? But now these kids treat it as a right. It's my
Yes.
right. You cannot take it because it's my right. And many of these kids go like, huh? Because the first thing I tell them, were you born with that phone?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Okay, then you could use a few hours without that phone.
Yeah.
And later on, they're not even mad at you. They go pick up their phone, but they're not even mad at you because it's like I'm telling you, once you're off that screen,
Yeah.
you start seeing everything. You're like Ebony said, you're present. You're there.
Yeah.
You get me? You're starting seeing the world
In a
as-
different view. Yeah.
as a different view. And something that has to be talked about, ladies, is that for many of these kids, technology has been damaging because the fact of the matter is everything is accessible.
Yes.
Everything.
And that's something that
Everything.
Ebony, said that I think we're, instead of educating them or disciplining them, we're enabling them
Yes.
to the real world. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just we're just not teaching them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you're saying, babies having babies, you know, and they just don't know how to deal with it, because they're dealing with
Yes, they're
their
dealing with
own
all of
past.
their,
And let's say, like I said, assuming that they have like a past trauma, they have all these emotional problems, right? Or
Yeah.
mental health crisis is one of the big ones, especially
Yeah.
in the social media environment, right? Where
Yeah.
peer pressure and trying to become somebody that you're not,
Yes.
you know, that's what I'm saying.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
let's
Oh
let,
yeah,
let's
mental
touch.
health is such a
A big
Yeah.
one.
important topic. Very, very, very important topic.
And
Yes.
and yeah, the mental part of it. You get me? It's so different because people don't often consider that.
Yeah.
If you see it in this
Yes.
society, they don't consider that part. Something as well that I'm gonna add, the mentality of it.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? As a kid growing up, and I'm speaking for myself, I knew what was good and what was bad. I
Mhm.
know what I should be doing and what I should not be doing. You get me? And like I said in a few moments ago, technology makes everything very accessible.
Yes,
Everything.
it does.
You get me? And these kids of today, including young parents of today, sometimes, like even he said, you don't have the energy to deal with your kiddos or what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So these kids find it easy to look for stuff in the internet, do things that they're not supposed to be doing, those challenges that so often present themselves
Yeah.
in TikTok,
Right.
where you end up finding out, oh, certain child passed away because they were doing such challenge.
Well, and social media kind of like blurs the line of what's right and what's wrong, because these kids see their favorite person doing it. Oh, so it's okay that I can do that because they're doing it. So it like blurs the line of that's right and that's wrong. So I definitely I see what you're saying.
And
Yeah.
challenges have been growing.
Very dangerous. Yeah.
Yes, they've been growing to that point where it's a life risk. I remember back then when I was in high school, that's when the challenges started getting
To
a trend.
Yeah.
And it was more about the ice bucket challenge.
Yes. That
It
was
was
the innocent
the
challenge.
mannequin
and
challenge.
for a very
I
good
remember
cause.
Yeah.
Ice bucket
going to
challenge.
high school. I remember Mr. Harrington, if you're watching me, hello.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mr. Harrington. He was my theater teacher. I love him a lot. He said, "Hey guys, for today's announcement, they asked us to do the mannequin challenge." And I remember doing the mannequin challenges, and it's like even he said it was an innocent challenge
Yeah.
where you just had a pose frozen,
Yeah.
and Mr. Harrington came with the camera, and we would pose, and he went all over the auditorium.
Yeah.
And we went all over the auditorium. We came out like 4 or 5 times if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And it was an innocent challenge that started, I believe it was Instagram. But nowadays, the challenges being presented are challenges that low key, they are a threat to life.
Well, that's
itself.
what I'm just trying to say. Like with trauma and mental health crisis, I, in my opinion, believe it comes from that little route, where
Yeah.
peer pressure. And back then, and I'm not saying that we're not. We're seeing high crime activity, right? We're seeing what else? We're seeing drug addictions,
Yes.
child pornography, adult
Pornography
pornography,
is a big thing.
where these young people have access to it. Children have access to it. You have everything that shapes you. It's not like your parents back then they had the ability to correct you, to discipline you in a different way
Yeah.
than it is today. Today you have access. You can get educated yourself, right? Using social media,
Yeah,
using
yeah.
other people's advice
Mm-hmm.
or internet itself.
Yeah.
So I think that that peer pressure part affects the mentality of the choices that, you know,
Yeah.
young adults make, right?
Yeah.
With high crime, we have seen you know, robberies, we
Yeah.
have seen break-ins,
Yeah.
we have seen, and it's sad because people, in my opinion, they are growing in an environment where everything seems cool, I guess.
Yeah, like
And
it's cool to
Crystal,
steal. It's
Yeah.
may
cool
I
to,
add?
yeah.
May I add to that? I think touching that topic that you're stating, morality has changed.
well,
Yeah,
the
moral.
The
values.
morality, the
Your
the change in moral.
compass
Yes,
has
the
changed.
moral compass has changed to where people nowadays don't care about life.
Well, yeah.
You get me? People nowadays don't care about your neighbor. You get me? Now it's looking cool.
Humanity, yeah.
Now
It's not at the
it's
forefront.
being like everybody else. Now it's as long as they accept me,
Me.
I'ma
I'm
do whatever I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? And that's where things have changed. Things have evolved because before, like Ebony said, before we had a moral compass,
Yeah.
we know what was right. We know what was wrong.
I think we had like convictions,
Yeah.
you know, what our parents taught us.
Yeah.
You know, whatever faith you believed in or whatever, you know, moral belief you had, like that was like very, it was cherished, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you don't see that. It's like kids growing on their own and they
Kids
all
raising themselves.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
believe in this fantasy. And I would say, I don't know if I would want to say that word, because if you realize you go to social media, it's like you're in a different world.
Oh yeah.
And then you stop using social media for like a week or 2 weeks, right? Or whatever time you're off media or social media, and you realize you're living in a different world.
Yeah.
So I think they built this unrealistic expectations based on what they see.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this because in my career profession in criminal justice, right, I've studied, right?
Yeah. And you've
the-
seen firsthand. I mean, you've seen a lot.
Yeah.
Crystal,
and so-
and from what you've seen, and this question just came up in my head, and I want to ask you. You've seen a lot
Right.
with many kids. Where does it begin?
I
Where
say,
does it come from?
again, it comes, I would say it comes from the generation of how parents, I would say how parents taught you back then. Because now if you've seen statistics, we're seeing a high rate of divorce, a high rate of failed relationships, and
Single parent households.
yes, it has grown so much to the point that it has affected the mental state of children and how they are growing, right? They become teens to adult, and that, in my opinion, the dysfunction of family, how the relationship, right, the relationships within growing in a family oriented, I think that has a major impact in the decisions that they make, because like you mentioned, teens are teaching, or babies, babies, you know, raising babies. So
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, what do you guys think?
mentality has
man.
changed in that sense where it's no longer important to even finish high school. You
Yeah.
get me? And because I want to be like the other girls, I decide to go have sex. And if I didn't protect myself, boom, baby.
Yeah.
And if boom, baby comes, you know what? I'm going to drop out.
Well, yeah, but they don't
That's
But
see
then
always-
at the same time, I feel like our kids that are having babies, I feel like society is kind of failing them, because you'll have people tell them, well, now that you have a baby, you can't finish school. But that's not the truth. You can finish school and you can be a successful person. And so I think that's where our generation, and maybe even the grandparents, We can be more supportive of our kids that are having babies young.
But see, and speaking of that you mentioned, noticed and I've seen a lot where there's other influencers that's motivating. Again, we're going back to other children listening to other advisors out there, where they're telling them you don't need school.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need an education. Well, education doesn't mean just a paper in the wall.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean a certificate. It doesn't mean a diploma.
Yeah.
Okay, it's knowledge.
Yeah, definitely.
Like knowing to make proper choices in life. You're being wise. Two different things.
Yeah.
Education, it doesn't mean a diploma, an academic diploma. It means that it prepares you to be mentally, academically, or how do I want to say it? Like mentally prepared, I would say, to the real world.
Yeah.
And that's the misconcept. And that's where a lot of the teens I see or young adults, well, I can make money this way.
Yeah.
I don't need a school. You know, but it's like, I think that's just where I think it's a barrier. I think it's where people teach people without having to address the real, perspective.
Again, these kids grow looking at social media as the role model. Okay? Perfection. The term relationship goals comes to mind.
I hate that term.
Oh, yeah.
It comes to mind.
I hate that term so much.
The relationship goals. And the relationship goals, what is it in reality? What is it?
Well, Ebony will be a perfect one. She works with the youth.
When I think relationship goals, I think of Barack and Michelle Obama. That's what I think of. Because they're not perfect. And they talk about their marriage all the time. How it was not perfect. How Michelle, she said this because I read her book. For the first 10 years of her marriage, she could not stand him.
Right.
But she stuck by his side. Because relationships are not perfect and people aren't perfect. And so I think when we think of relationship goals, we're going to look at Kim K and Kanye. And I'm not saying anything bad because for them, it worked for them.
Yeah.
But we're seeing one side of it. There was some footage that came out. There's a documentary that Kanye did where you see that behind the scenes things are just terrible. But they don't show you that firsthand when they're, holding hands and, in the blogs and, on the front of a magazine or, whatever like that. But I always tell my kids, stay away from relationships while you're in high school. Just focus on your schoolwork.
Yeah.
Just focus.
They should worry about that.
Just focus on that and focus on you and focus building up yourself. Find you. Because I feel like, especially me, I didn't really start finding myself until I was like 25, 26. But I already had like 2 kids and I was married and I was unhappy and I was miserable.
So you're speaking out of experience.
I'm speaking
like
out of
been there, done
experience. And I'm even now as a 28-year-old, I am still learning and finding myself, and that's okay. And I feel like we have to tell our kids that you don't have to have it all figured out by 25.
No.
Or 30.
Yeah.
Or 35. I know people right now, 40, 45, and they're like, I'm barely living my life. And that's okay.
Yes.
But what I'm noticing is that us, Crystal, we kind of have to be like the big sis and the big bro.
Yeah.
Because they need that.
They do.
Just like we need a auntie or uncle, right? They need a big sis or a big bro to show them the way and say, hey, look, shoot, when I was 15, 16 years old, I was making dumb choices too.
Yeah.
And my path wasn't, always straight. I strayed off. I did some crazy things, but I got my life on track.
Right.
I found people that I can look up to. And we need to be those people that our kids can look up to. And it's sad because I feel like us, like in like our generation,
Yeah.
we don't want to be that.
No.
And it's
Yeah.
sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
Like, I want a big bro. I
Yeah.
want a big sis.
Yeah.
And I have those women now, 35, 40, that I go to. And I'm like, hey, I'm struggling. I really need you
To help
to
me.
like give it
Yeah.
to me straight right now,
Yeah.
because I'm being dumb and I need some help.
Yes.
And they'd be like, okay, little sis, let me talk to you.
Yeah. Let me show
And-
you the way.
Yeah, let me help you.
Mhm.
And we need to be more like that. And
And
I don't
it's-
see that.
It's
I
like
don't.
right now.
Well,
that
no, we
I'm
don't.
working giving therapy down at high school.
Oh,
you know.
awesome, great.
So I'm
great.
working with high schoolers, and it's fun because
Yeah,
you have all these kiddos that come up to you, and that's God's grace, that they come up to you, and
Definitely.
I'm super thankful
blessings.
because they trust you on it.
Right.
Mr. V, I like this one dude, and I like him a lot, but he don't look at me.
Mhm.
And the first thing I tell him, do not chase him.
Yeah,
If he does not chase you, do not chase him.
yeah.
And that's something I've seen in society that nobody's voicing out. And you see all these young ladies, beautiful young ladies, chasing a guy that is not chasing them.
Who, I've been there, honey. I've been there. I've been there. I hate to say it.
You get me?
Who, I've been there.
Chasing the
Never
guy
again.
that is not chasing them. And at the end of the day, you, honey, will be living miserable because he's not going to appreciate who you are.
Yes.
He's not going to appreciate what you bring to the table.
Period.
It's simple as that. It's way different when the guy is the one pursuing you.
Yes.
But let's
yes.
go back to the same again. Social media.
Yeah, where they're
Okay.
seeing. Oh my God!
Okay,
now that
well-
we're on this, somebody posted. They reposted a woman asking a man to marry
Oh yeah, I
her.
saw that. Yeah.
And at first, I'm like, oh my God! Like, if I was in love like that, maybe I would do that. If I really, but then I'm like, wait, no,
Is it right?
no, because my grandfather was
Never
like,
did.
there's gonna be a man that just loves you so much, who's gonna give you the world, and you won't even have to ask. So why would I ever ask a man to marry me
Or forced.
or
push.
force or and oh my God, like that's just so crazy now that you
Gender
mention that.
roles have switched now in the 2020s.
Well,
yeah, definitely.
what we have seen.
Yes,
100%.
yes, because women are now doing what the guy is supposed to do. And the guys of this generation now are doing what the girls are supposed to do, which is sit down, look pretty, and wait.
Yes.
And that's really how society has worked it. And it doesn't work that way. You get me? It doesn't work that way because then girls want to retake their feminine side, their feminine place that God has
Soft girl
created.
era. Mhm.
You know? And the guy is not gonna retake his place. Hey, you wanted me, you're gonna maintain me.
Yeah.
You get me? Now there's less and less and less gentlemen willing to step up. Now you see the girls pursuing the guy. Oh, I love you, I need you. And the guy is just sitting there looking pretty. Oh yeah, keep telling me
The
the same thing.
princess.
You get me? You get me? When before it was the guy that had to pursue. It was the guy. Oh, you're pretty. I think you look really pretty. I want to be with you.
yeah.
I want something
They
serious with
they
you.
were meant to conquer.
Men were meant to conquer.
Yeah.
And that's another subject that we need to talk, know? But at the end of the day, society has changed so much.
Yeah.
But what can we do in this generation, in this era, to correct what we're seeing?
Yeah.
Well,
That's a good
something that
question.
she mentioned.
Oh.
We have to become. There's got to be good coaches.
We
There's
gotta be the big bro and big sis.
Yes, you gotta be.
We gotta
Good
be that
mentors,
for them.
Become those role models that they
Mhm.
need.
Yes.
Because sometimes, like Ebony said, and that's very true, not many people are willing to take that role.
Yeah.
Willing to be that role model. Like even he said, that big bro, that big sis, that coach. There's somebody that I want to give a shout out because I remember him talking about this topic. Coach Hart.
Mm-hmm.
That man, if he sees us, love you, coach. But that man is such a dedicated man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He dedicates his life for the kids that he teaches.
Yeah.
If it's basketball that they're learning, he stays after school teaching them basketball, baseball, softball. When it's about behaviorals, he's the man that will sit them down and give it to them for real.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they don't want to listen. Even if they don't want to listen. But the fact of the matter is, by the end of the year, they always come to him, thank you, Coach Hart.
Yeah.
Because the fact of the matter is, he sits them down. Look, I'm going to keep it real with you, man.
Those conversations.
Those
But
conversations.
you need those.
Hey,
Yeah.
if you keep going on the road that you're going right now, there's not going to be anything good for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a violent child, he will tell them the truth. If you go on this road, I'm scared for you right about now because you
Yeah.
could end up in jail.
Yeah.
It's keeping it real.
Yeah.
But this generation of today, sometimes we're too soft to hear the truth.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true.
We're too
sensitive.
soft
Yeah.
to hear you're not doing that
Thin
stuff right.
skin.
You
Hey,
know?
even me sometimes. Oh, I don't want to hear that.
You know?
I don't want to hear it. But you need to.
Get
You
constructive
do.
criticism
Yeah.
to grow.
Do you know? And sometimes it's easy as, hey, Victor, you need to take care of your health. You fat. No, don't tell me that. You get me?
Yeah.
But it's for my own good.
Yeah.
It's the same thing now. Hey, sometimes we talk parents to parents. Hey, you need to take care of your kid
Yeah.
because the road he's on is not gonna lead him to anything well. No, don't tell me
Don't
how to
tell
educate my
me.
kid.
We're just letting you know.
You get me?
Yeah.
But we're not doing it to be mean or we're not doing it to be bad. It's for your kids' own good,
Yeah.
first of all. And then later on, your own good. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, nobody likes to see these young men and women ruin their lives.
No.
Nobody likes it.
Well, and think about it too, especially as a parent of two boys, like young boys, you want your sons to have those, teenage role models that they can, like look up to. And I don't know, I think now, like, I'm kind of scared for my boys a little bit,
Mhm.
because they're in daycare right now and they're in the school age room. And I'm just like, when that kid gets to be a teenager, I would not want my younger kid.
Oh, you start seeing they're very young.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see
They're-
the path that they're.
Oh,
could lead
yeah.
them.
Yeah. There's a couple little kids in that school age room. And I'm just like, no, please separate my kids from that room. Because
Yeah.
I don't want them picking up on stuff that they shouldn't know, especially being 6 and 5. They are microphones. They absorb and then they repeat what they hear. And that's been my challenge of they hear something bad, cuss words. I'm struggling with that right now with them, cuss words that they hear in their school age room.
You're right.
And now they're bringing it back. And then, now their sister, who's 3, she's at that age where she's picking up. And it's like, how do we shelter our young kids from that too?
Yes. Yes, because it's very important. Because we have kids that follow everything.
Yeah.
The first thing they hear is the first thing they learn.
Yeah.
I remember when one of your nephews, we were watching a movie and the character, he's like, okay, that's enough. And all of a sudden you just hear him, okay, that's enough. And it's like,
They repeat
Yes.
They're
They
they're
learn.
sponges. They're sponges.
they're sponges. Whatever that comes to
out of your
mind.
mouth.
They
will learn.
yes.
And I'm telling you this because, like I said, how the children express what's going on at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if they are in a domestic abuse, sexual abuse, if you see like you children behave in a certain way,
Yeah.
you know
That
they
there's something.
are being abused, they're being traumatized, they're being emotionally abused.
Yeah.
So it's sad. It's
Yeah.
sad because, like you say, you see them from the start, but what's happening at home? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And all those things happen from being little to growing as a preteen and growing to juveniles and then bad choices.
Yeah.
So to resume, I want to thank you, Ebony, for coming out here today.
Of course. This was very well for me, impactful and very therapeutic in a sense, because I feel like we don't really have these kind of conversations because you know it's a very like cringy like topic.
Yes, and because people have diverse opinions and they think because we're too young we can't speak about it, and I don't think it has to do with your age. It's your experience. Some people have been abused, some people have been raped, some people have been in a position where I've been there, and I don't want other people to happen to go through there. So we're here as we are educators. We are we teach adults. We recently opened a youth program called Dove Driven, where we offer volunteer service. We have 2 volunteers today,
which they were wonderful, by the way. They were just so wonderful.
And they are out here, and we're teaching them how to do a real job experience.
Giving them those skills.
Giving them those skills that
and
you're
being
saying.
the big bro and big sis.
Yeah,
we're gonna come in full circle.
So, what I recommend to good business owners out there, and those that have those abilities to open those opportunities to children, who it's like their parent and her mom, they came over and they were like, Crystal, they don't have anything to do at home. I don't want them to be on the phone. And that was like, oh my God, that's the topic we're going to talk about. Because the fact is, it's true. When they don't have anything to do, what are they doing?
Right. Yeah.
They're just making ideas, bad choices. And to be a good mom, you know what I mean? I was like, man, you're a really good mom. Because she's trying to put align her children to see the real world. You know what I mean? And that's where I would recommend business owners, people who have programs to open those doors for those teens, and we can help them mentor and become that big sis and big bro that you're talking about.
Yes, 100%. Well, Ebony, thank you so much for coming.
Of course, thank you for having me. And I will be back for another episode. I don't know when, but I'll be doing the intro on the next one.
Absolutely.
So be prepared.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Please,
I'm
please
going to outdo yours.
Please do
so
come
people,
back.
if they want to comment and mention their opinions there, we're more welcome
to. Please
leave your comments.
Give us your thoughts.
Give us your thoughts. Give us your ideas.
We are not perfect people. And these are just our thoughts.
We do not know everything.
No, we don't. We're learning as we go. But
we're learning, but we are open. And that's the best part about it. We are open and we want to learn and we want to hear your feedback. So we can come back and have another discussion.
Another session.
And maybe even take some audience questions one day.
Yes.
Just throwing it out there and making it fun. It was my idea to go live because, I'm like this like spontaneous person. So I'm like, hey, let's go live. And here we are.
Thank you for all those viewers.
Thank you so much. And to all you viewers, this was the Cafecito podcast show. And we will be seeing you on the next one. Thank you so much. Take care.